it's me, Eddie Sparks, Hermosa Beach Marketing, and today's your man, Bennett. Yay! Here in the badass park in Riga. Some museum behind me. Really pretty. And this is where it should be if you could get your finances together and get your whole life making money. So today I'm going to talk about delegation and people who annoy you. I have two pet peeves, very quickly. Two pet peeves. One, I do not like trash trucks. When I lived in downtown Koreatown, all I heard all day was trash trucks. 40,000 people lived on my block. Second thing I hate is yard people. Not necessarily I hate you. It just always seems like when I'm trying to do something, I got too much noise in the background. So, yard people are great early in the morning. After that, they're just an inconvenience. So, ideally, I never want to do yard work. I like to live in concrete jungle. And secondly, I always like a private person to pick up my trash. Anyway, when you have those certain people that drive you crazy, you need to delegate that particular person to somebody. But there's not necessarily, the word delegate is a bad word. It should be integrate. And it never should be command respect or demand respect. It should be command respect. Don't demand respect and don't delegate anything. Just integrate them into what you're doing. So when that one person, especially probably a New Yorker or some Italian douchebag, or sometimes the Russians get a little pushy too, or the Jews, Persians, if they really aggravate you, they really like their ego, and their ego says they need to talk to you. But if that particular person is going to drive you crazy, which sometimes it does, you take your point guy or your point lady or somebody who's, right there on your toes, thinks like you, and you bring those in, that particular person into that meeting, and you tell them a few times, maybe more than once, because you really got to throw their ego into it, that if I'm not available, you speak to this person and he will make the decision for you. He will make that decision for you. And what you need to do is, here's a secret, is that when they meet with them, they need to have their phone in their pocket and record the conversation. Recording the conversation allows you to hear the conversation and allows you to see what decision they make. And give them the power to make the decision. There's no right or wrong decisions. You just get everything that goes along with it. It'll save you time, headaches, everything. Just get it done. And bring them into the meeting and set an expectation that, hey, you know what? Sometimes I'm busy, but this is my point guy, and he will tell you yes, or he will tell you no, or he will tell you, I don't know. And sometimes you'll say the same thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's the best decision for me, or I hear what you're saying, and let me think about it. But you need to give them the power to make the decision. If they make decisions, then that person will always be happy talking to that person, and they might find it easier to talk to them than it is to talk to you, because all they want to do is hustle them. So you kind of have to take a side, and you kind of have to mentor that person to talk to that person. And even if they leave your business for some reason, your point guy leaves your business, you can still tell them, I need you to deal with this person. Normally I don't like people leaving. I want people to stay. That's why I treat people well, and that's why I try to integrate the Greek way of having people over to my house all the time, having people eat with me, and having people mix with the other people that work with me. So that way everybody's always taken care of and everybody feels like family. And that's the way it should be for the rest of your life. So integrating people, have them record the meeting and have them make a decision. And sometimes you might want to do it this way. Okay, so for the next 90 days, we're going to do it at that price. Because usually it's about price. Or sometimes it's about getting extra stuff for free. So just tell them you're allowed to make a 90-day decision. And for the next 90 days, it's going to be like this. And that might make the Persians happy. or the Russians happy, or some dumb happy, because they're going to whine and bitch about money and they don't have none. But they got plenty of money. They got tons and tons of money. If they needed it, they'd get it. But they don't want to give it to you. So sometimes it's better, especially in contracts and stuff, sometimes to give people a month off and just shut up. Doesn't mean you have to work, but doesn't mean you have to be dumb about stuff either, because they're just going to blame you for things that happen in the future. So getting people involved, to your point guys, involved to take those frustrations away from you is a process. It's not something that's going to be done overnight, but it is a process. And sometimes those people that really aggravate you, you need to call them and have a meeting with them on your terms and on your time, so other people can learn, and so you can introduce them instead of always dealing with it coming to you. Sometimes you need to go to them, or sometimes they always request you to go to them. So sometimes you need to just show up and aggravate them, so they're inconvenienced. And then go in there with a reason and start whining. But you know, you don't always have to be a bad person, a good person. You just realize that you're a people too, and so are they. And give them some power and let them take it away from you. Take away from you that frustration. Anyway, it was a little long today. I hope something in there sticks. Maybe it makes sense to you, maybe it doesn't. But I think that's the best way. I try to integrate it the way I am. And I'm a laser. I am a laser in business. And you should be too. So be a laser. Make decisions and have a good time. Good luck.
This is your Man Minute.